Welcome to Every Bori. Today we will report on Lolita Lebron. Puerto Rico, an island of beauty and resilience, has given birth to countless revolutionaries who dedicated their lives to freedom. Among them is Lolita Lebron, a woman whose name echoes through the annals of history as a symbol of unwavering defiance. Born on November 19, 1919 in Lares, Puerto Rico, Lolita grew up in a town already steeped in revolutionary history. Lares was the birthplace of the Grito de Lares, the 1868 uprising against Spanish rule that marked Puerto Rico's first cry for independence. This legacy would profoundly shape her life. Lolita lost her mother at an early age, a loss that deeply impacted her. Growing up in a patriarchal society, she found strength in her faith and a deep commitment to justice, which later fueled her fight for Puerto Rican sovereignty. Quote from Lolita Lebron: "I was born to fight for my people's liberty. My heart beats with the spirit of Lares." Lolita's political awakening began when she moved to New York City during the 1940s. Facing racism, poverty, and the struggles of being a Puerto Rican in the diaspora, Lolita found a sense of purpose in the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party, led by Pedro Albizu Campos. Inspired by Albizu's teachings, Lolita committed herself fully to the cause of independence, believing Puerto Rico's colonial status under the United States was an injustice that could not be ignored. By the mid-20th century, Puerto Rico's status as a U.S. territory had led to widespread disenfranchisement, high poverty levels, and cultural suppression. Nationalists like Lolita viewed these conditions as a direct result of colonialism and were willing to sacrifice everything to end it. Quote from Pedro Albizu Campos about Lolita: "She is the embodiment of Puerto Rican dignity and resolve. Her courage inspires the nation." On March 1, 1954, Lolita Lebron, alongside Rafael Cancel Miranda, Irving Flores, and Andres Figueroa Cordero, carried out one of the most daring acts in Puerto Rican history. Armed with pistols and their unwavering conviction, the group entered the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. From the gallery of the House of Representatives, they unfurled a Puerto Rican flag and shouted, "Viva Puerto Rico Libre!" before firing shots into the air. Their goal was not to kill, but to draw international attention to Puerto Rico's plight. Although no one was killed, 5 congressmen were injured in the attack. Lolita later stated that she carried out the act prepared to die for her cause. Quote from Lolita Lebron: "I did not come to kill, I came to die for the freedom of my country." Lolita was arrested and sentenced to 50 years in prison. During her imprisonment, she became an icon of resistance, inspiring activists around the world. Her actions and steadfast commitment drew both admiration and criticism. Leaders like Fidel Castro praised her courage, calling her a warrior against imperialism. In 1979, after 25 years in prison, her sentence was commuted by U.S. President Jimmy Carter as part of a broader effort to release political prisoners. Upon her release, Lolita was welcomed home as a hero by Puerto Ricans who continued to fight for independence. Quote from Fidel Castro: "Lolita Lebron represents the unyielding spirit of a people who refuse to be silenced." After her release, Lolita continued her activism, advocating for Puerto Rican sovereignty and standing against U.S. militarism on the island. Until her death in 2010, she remained a beloved figure and an enduring symbol of the fight for freedom. Lolita's legacy has been immortalized in art, music, and literature. The Puerto Rican band Calle 13 references her in their lyrics, calling her a revolutionary matriarch. Murals of Lolita are painted across Puerto Rico as a tribute to her courage. Quote from musicians Calle 13: "Lolita, con tu bandera y tu grito, nos enseñas el camino." Translation: Lolita, with your flag and your cry, you show us the way. Lolita Lebron's story reminds us that the fight for freedom is never easy, but it is always worth it. Her life is a testament to the power of conviction and the enduring spirit of the Puerto Rican people. If you're inspired by her courage and want to learn more about the heroes of Puerto Rico, subscribe to Every Bori, where we honor the lives and legacies of those who shaped our history. Together, let's keep their stories alive.